Welcome back to Activating Basic Feng Shui, and we're about to begin session 2, which is all about the health and well-being of your home, and we're focusing on the center of the building that you live in. Now, what I want to say is if this is the first video that you've seen, please go back and watch session 1. You do need that information on how to understand the areas of your home before you start activating them. So it's very straightforward. You'll find it right back there where you found this video. So please go back and watch that one first, because there is essential information there before you get going on this one. So let's get started. A recap of week 1, answers to the questions that came in. We're going to talk a little bit about missing areas, and then also additions and extensions to your home. We're going to talk then about the Centre Gua, and I'm going to be giving you some homework for next time. So first and foremost, we had some questions which arose from the first session. Graham wants to know, does it make a difference having an upside down house with the living area upstairs? No, Graham, it doesn't. The whole house is taken into account, both upstairs and down. And if you have a basement or if you have 3 or 4 floors, all of those count. Salma says that my garage covers half the front of my home. Does it make a difference to the Bagua? No, Salma, it doesn't, but it might make a difference to the compass directions. It might change the facing. And if you have rooms built over the garage, then that might mean that you have a missing area downstairs or missing areas in other parts of your home. So just lay out the Bagua as best you can. And if you have any questions, do please message me and ask me on the Facebook group. Alice says, our conservatory runs almost the whole width of the back of the house. Do I enclose it? Do I include it? Yes, Alice, you do. If an add-on or an extension is more than 50% of the width or the length of the house, we would most certainly include it. Okay, so last time we talked about the Bagua, each of the 9 areas of your life which are reflected in the 9 compass areas of your home. And this is one of the floor plans which was sent through to me last week. So as you can see, I've drawn the lines over it. It's a nice rectangular shape, always very handy. And we've drawn the Bagua lines over the top. And that is going to tell us where each of those 9 areas sit. But how do we know where they are? Well, of course, we need to work out from the compass directions. So we're going to add the compass directions on. And let's just take a look at what Greg has to say. Greg says that part of my Bagua sits in the stairwell of my apartment. Will this have an impact? Yes, Greg, it will. Because if you've got a significant missing area, it can explain a lot about what's going on in your life. Now, as it happens, Greg's missing area is in the east, and what he confided is that there are some quite significant challenges within his extended family and some estrangements, and he would really like to know how he can, perhaps look at improving the situation for his family. Well, Greg, what we need to do is we need to tackle your missing areas, and that's what these little mirrors are all about. They're tiny. They are about 5 centimeters square, inch and a bit for American viewers. And essentially what we do is we attach them to the parts of the home which are connected to the missing area. So, for example, what we can see here, Greg has this missing area in his east. He's also got one in the west. We'll get there in a second. And if you notice, we've got these arrows here. Now, those arrows denote where Greg is going to stick his little mirror. And when we say stick the mirror, that's exactly what I mean. If you see here, we've got the little sticky bits on the mirror side of this acrylic tile. And you're going to place that mirror side, Greg, against the wall. So what's on the back, what you see from the wall is this plain side. Now, the great thing about these mirrors that I use is that you can paint them. So you can paint, you can wallpaper over them, whatever you like. They're then doing their job, but you're not seeing the mirror side because it's facing into the wall. And what that's actually doing is it's symbolically recreating these two missing walls to reinstall, if you like, the energy of that missing part of your home. And Greg's going to be doing it also in this part of his house here. So he's got another missing area. So he's going to add a mirror here facing the wall and a mirror here facing the wall. And the two are going to come together effectively here to recreate that missing space. I've put a full explainer video on YouTube explaining how to install your mirrors if you're really not sure. And again, as always, if you are struggling, come to us on the Facebook group and we will answer your questions and we will guide you how to do it. So Helen wanted to know how to deal with missing areas as one area is almost blank. Well, actually, you see, Helen had started off by putting her Bagua across this whole house, and that meant that lots of missing areas were there. You see, we've got this little office sticking out on the side of the house here, and that meant that with Helen's way of doing the Bagua, most of this side was missing. Well, actually, because Helen's office is neither 50% of the width of the house or the length of the house, it counts as an addition or an extension. And that's what I've shown here. So the missing areas are reduced because the office is actually an extension rather than part of the Bagua. But she does still have this missing area down here. And that's why I've marked it up to with the arrows to put the mirrors into place. Mel wants to know whether she should include her study and have a big missing area. So no, again, this is exactly the same as the previous case. It's a small study on the side of the building. So it's an extension to the Gua. And in this case, it's an extension to the North Gua, which is the career area. So really, really useful place to have a little bit more positive energy in your career. But it is an extension rather than causing missing areas. Okay, let's talk about the Centre Gua, the centre of your home. And this is about your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. So if health is an issue for anyone I'm working with, then I look first at the house type and then at their Centre Gua to see what's going on. We talked about house types last time. If you're not sure what kind of house you're living in, go back and watch session 1 again to see which feels right to you. And of course, if you want that confirmed, you can have that confirmed by having your full Feng Shui report created. So let's talk about how you feel in the center of your home. What's going on there? Now, you see here in this particular house, we've got part of the bathroom, we've got 2 storage closets, and we've got a bit of a bedroom and some hallway. So the great thing about having a hallway is that energy is going to be moving through the space because the flow of energy goes right through the center. That's good. But these 2 cupboards, I would want to know what's in them. Are they tidy? Are they jumbled? Are they cluttered? Are they kept fresh? And I'd also want to make sure that the bathroom is kept clean, particularly the loo and the bath. Because again, that would, if a bathroom is not clean and fresh, then that's going to be impacting on your health and well-being. So there are some causes of unhappy Centre Gua, and we will come back to these all through this training session because, you know, I love Feng Shui. I absolutely love Feng Shui, but I'm telling you, if you add Feng Shui into a cluttered house, you're going to make your life a whole lot worse. So you might hate me for saying so. If you've got clutter, you need to deal with it, and you need to deal with it soon because it is impacting your life in so many ways. You know, if this is your lifestyle, things are not going to be going well for you. If this is how one of your cupboards looks, you know, most of this stuff is not being used. It's never going to be used again. Don't let it take up valuable real estate in your cupboards or your closets. Another cause of an unhappy Centre Gua is stagnation. So if you have collections, if you have a lot of dead things around, if you like a bit of, you know, when you stuff animals or you've got a stag's head on your wall, these are dead energy. They are not doing you any favors, and particularly in your health and well-being area. I want you to really think about whether it's appropriate to have those things where your focus should be on your health. Another cause of an unhappy Centre Gua is unsupportive art. And if this is the kind of thing that you've got on display in your home, it is going to reflect out into your life. This actually came from the home of a very, very famous Hollywood actor who was renowned for the challenges that he had in his life, his health, his relationships, you know, everything that could go wrong really did go wrong, even his career. So just think very carefully about the kind of art that you have in your home and what it's saying to you, what it is doing to your life and well-being. Another cause of unhappiness in a Centre Gua is holding on to books about misery, adversity, surviving, and journals from difficult times in your life. You know, unless you are planning to write a huge autobiography and you feel that you need every journal from your past, please don't keep them, especially if they are full of unhappiness, of angst, of misery. They are not going to be helping you. So release them and let them go unless you have a really, really strong reason for keeping them. Another cause is poor maintenance, cracks, leaks, scuffed paintwork, knocks and bumps, and especially mold. Mold of this type is going to actively impact your health. It's going to impact your breathing. It's going to impact your well-being, your sleep, absolutely everything. If you've got mold in your home, especially if it's black mold, it is causing you and your family damage. So please, please do something about it. But even if you don't have mold, if you just haven't been looking after your place, if it's got knocked about, then please fix that. It doesn't take much doing to make a home look and feel a whole lot better, and it will really pay off for you and your health too. Now, another area of concern is antiques, which have not been cleansed of negative energy. And, you know, people bring these lovely pieces of furniture into their homes with no knowledge of where they have been before or the impact that they have had in homes previously or what has happened in those homes previously. And, you know, sometimes you'll walk into a room and you'll get a really uncomfortable shiver. That's the energy of that room pushing you away. And the same thing can happen with furniture, basically. Now, mirrors are especially challenging. I worked with one lady who was having a really tough time, and she had a mirror in her bedroom, and there was just something about it. She wasn't comfortable around it. And when I was doing a video walkthrough with her, I felt deeply uncomfortable with it too. So I asked her where this mirror had come from, and she said that she'd got it in a yard sale. Well, that really wasn't enough information for me. You know, what sort of yard sale was this? And she explained that it was actually from the yard sale after a lady had committed suicide. So this mirror, goodness only knows what it had seen, but it had been in the home of somebody who was deeply disturbed and unhappy, so much so that she chose not to be on this earth anymore. So you never know what mirrors have seen. And I think it's really crucial and very, very important that if you are going to bring a mirror into your home, it's been properly cleansed, or better still, if it's about the frame of the mirror that you particularly love, perhaps get a completely new mirror put inside the frame. So anything which is broken, chipped, wobbly, or in need of repair is also reflecting your body and mind. And this is not a good thing. So if you've got broken stuff around you, you're going to be feeling broken in some part of your health or well-being. It's reflecting your body and mind. So please let it go. Another cause of an unhappy Centre Gua would be anything that triggers bad or sad memories or represents loss or illness to you. So photographs of an ex, medications for illness. It's not really the right place to keep them, although you could consider keeping your supplements in your centre area. Rubbish, recycling, and dirty laundry. You know, I accept that sometimes the centre is the only place for it, but please, if that's the case, just empty it regularly. We actually keep our trash in the centre of our homes, but that is emptied every day, so it doesn't ever build up. So clear anything unsupportive from the Centre Gua of your home and then deep clean it from top to bottom. This is showing your home the love it needs. It's also hustling out any spiders, it's clearing the cobwebs, it's dealing with the dust which is impacting on your breathing. And just by doing this, you will feel so much better in yourself and your home will start to respond. So, you know, I don't love cleaning. I'd never ever claim to love cleaning. But I know once it's done, things are going to get infinitely brighter for everybody who lives here. Now, if your Centre Gua is already clear, congratulations. The Centre Gua of this home is this section here. And it is literally polished and empty of anything detrimental to the energy and the well-being of this family. So, your homework for this session, download the information sheet. Define your health currently on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is very poor and 10 is excellent. Take photos of the centre of your home. Note anything which may not be supportive of your health and well-being and deal with it. Spruce up the area. Take photos of the after. And then celebrate your achievement. We celebrate every step of the way when we work with our Feng Shui. If you're struggling, relax, you know where to find me. I'll see you next time. And remember, if you need a hand, ask your question at facebook.com/interiors therapy. And if you can't wait and you want to have me walk around your home with you and spot anything that might be causing you problems in your life, you can book an interiors therapy inspiration call at www.interiorsTherapy.com. I'll see you soon.